Was kind of on autopilot. The freaking forgot. Right person, wrong time. That grass is greener on the other side. To be opening myself to the opportunity of you have trouble letting go of the past. Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Happy Tuesday. So we're at the screen right now because this morning I had something to do and then I was kind of on autopilot, so I started my sleep report session and then I was like, oh shoot, I didn't even record a video yet, so I had to close the app and that's why we had that little notification up there. But let's see what shows up today for our sleep session. And I think I put out a Suicune incense, so we're gonna see whether or not we're lucky in catching one. Alright, so quite a bit of Caterpies. We got a Vaporeon that showed up and a Wigglytuff. And there's our Suicune. So no Squirtles, no Totodiles. So that's kind of a bummer. Alright, the moment of truth. Is anything going to show up hungry? The Vaporeon. The Caterpie. The frickin' oh my gosh! Okay. So I will use my Suicune biscuit. Let's see. Oh my gosh, I thought it was a big hit. But 18 points. That's good. Alright, should I use my bonus biscuit? I think I should. Let's use another Suicune biscuit. Oh, okay, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'll just use the Suicune biscuit because I don't know if that bonus biscuit is going to big hit or anything, but seems like we got lucky with our third catch. If you guys seen in the other video, my second Suicune catch took quite a lot of resources. It was a very hungry boy and it was kind of doo-doo as well. So we will see whether or not this one is any better. So I do have a bonus biscuit. It's gonna be a waste to use on the Toxicroak. I feel like I want to throw it at that Vaporeon. Although normally I wouldn't do that, but you know what? Just because, we never know. Caterpie I don't really need. Does anyone even use Butterfree? I don't think I really see much people use Butterfrees. And I do want to throw a cookie at the Toxicroak because I still need a good Toxicroak to farm oils. So, we got 2 Pokemon to review. Let's end the sleep session there. And we will obviously leave the portrait there. We got 86 main in this session, which is quite nice. More than halfway through with ranking up to rank 58. Alright, so this is the Suicune we will review. It's a Brave Nature, which is speed of help up. So it's not going to be a main skill chance up. We got Apple Oil Apple. Helping Speed M. Ingredient Finder S. Research bonus EXP, skill trigger S at 75, and inventory up M. So yeah, speed of help up, EXP gains down. Not really useful. Let's see what our Toxicroak looks like. Oh, sorry, Krogunk. It's a Krogunk, not a Toxicroak. Alright, so this Krogunk, oil, sausage, oil, not what we wanted. But energy recovery bonus, skill trigger up S, inventory up M, helping speed S, and helping bonus at level 100. Main skill chance down with ingredient finding up. So kind of sucks that helping speed is so late, but yeah, well, we will be binning that as well, since it's not the ingredient list that we want. Oh, it's taking quite the time to load. Alright, so let's pick everything up. My Quacklevo has not been giving me any leaks. Like last week, he did phenomenal at leak farming. He was soloing the leak farming for that week. Usually I would have to have like 3 different Pokemon, my Ditto, my Dugtrio, and my Quaxoval to sustain the amount of leaks I need for certain dishes. But this week it's just not going good. Also because last week we did have that bonus where, wait a minute, it's the same one. Ingredients that would regularly be brought would be bringing in 1 extra. So yeah, I don't know. It's just sucking this week. Let's see if we have enough leaks now though for the ninja salad. We do not. This kind of sucks. This is alarming. I had to put away my Suicune to bring in my Gengar originally to farm mushrooms. But then I was like, you know what, Gengar, I feel like I'm not going to surpass my personal best this week, which was kind of my objective. So I have a Wooper that has mushrooms at level 30, and I decided I'm gonna level it to level 30, use that as my mushroom farmer because that will hopefully farm better mushrooms than my Gengar because it has mushrooms at level 1. Level 1, right? So that is why we have our Quagsire there. We evolved our Wooper to a Quagsire, and it's doing well. But on top of that, we get the extra added bonus of it bringing in Oron berries. But I don't know. My Gengar is like significantly higher level, so what if it was just better to leave that there? I don't know. But we will throw away that Krogunk. So as you guys could see, my 3rd Suicune. I think we'll go for a 4th. I think that we have enough resources for a 4th. So let's see. I will pick up an incense. And after the sleep review, I will have enough for another cookie. So that will bring me up to 3 biscuits, I believe. Also, I realized yesterday, my week 1 mission, I freaking forgot this. So I'm kind of sad, but I think it went up by 1. I think yesterday was 5 out of 7, and then today it's 6 out of 1 because I used the Suicune incense, but hopefully I'll be able to redeem that because 50 main is a lot. So here we go to the research community tab. It seems like a lot of people encountered Suicune as well. Oh, Sarah and I and Asuka are friendship level, closest level 5 now. So congrats to us. And I don't have my matcha today because I didn't have time to make one before this video. I had a coffee this morning though, a to-go coffee. And yesterday I ran out of oat milk, which is why there was no matcha yesterday either. But today's topic that I wanted to talk to you guys about is actually about a movie that my boyfriend and I watched during the weekend called Past Lives. So I don't know if you guys have watched that or not. I'm going to try to keep the spoilers as minimal as possible for those who do want to watch the movie. Highly recommend. I think it is such a beautiful, mature, realistic take on certain issues in life that you may or may not face when it comes to relationships, specifically around the topic of right person, wrong time. That's how I interpret it. Right person, wrong time, or Like, if you love something, let it go type of vibes, you know? So without getting too much into the details of the movie, those are the topics that really stuck out to me. And what I really liked about this movie was that it didn't take such a fanciful Hollywood way of approaching it, where it's like you're so keen to jump ship, you know what I mean? Or like the grass is greener on the other side, and exploring the like what ifs of life or what could have been. And I just love their take on it because it shows such a mature viewpoint as well when it comes to two people. And the symbolism involved, if you're able to pick up on the like subtle nuances of certain scenes and like certain details as well. I love noticing that in movies. But it really made me think. Like, I personally have not been in a position where I felt like right person, wrong time, because I feel like I live my life in a way where I try to make sure I never live life with any regret. So if I were to believe the notion of right person, wrong time, I'm going to be opening myself to the opportunity of living life with such regret, right? On top of that, it also means that if I were to settle down with someone else, I would be essentially settling down, you know? So that's why I don't really believe in the right person at the wrong time kind of notion. Congrats, Luna, on the shiny Rattata. However, I feel like, you know, easier is said than done because I've just haven't been in that situation. But at the same time, it's like, when you're looking for a job opportunity, right? Are you ever going to think right job at the wrong time? Personally, for me, no. If it wasn't the right job, it just wasn't the right job, and there's like other opportunities out there that were meant for you, right? So I feel like sometimes when we stick to this idea of right person at the wrong time, it might be because you can't let go of something, or you have trouble letting go of the past, right? Oh, I think that is a shiny Togepi. So congratulations, Sushi, on the shiny Togepi. I noticed some people are at Lapis Lakeside. You guys are strong people, because I could never personally, especially for this event, I feel like I'll be losing out because my team is just not that strong at Lapis. But yeah, I feel like it's totally okay to think about like, oh, what if this person of my past, like what could have been, you know? I feel like that's totally normal. And yeah, I don't know what else I wanted to say there, but I feel like it's normal to have those thoughts sometimes, and it shouldn't be like, you shouldn't feel bad for it, you know, because I feel like it's just normal for us to entertain those things sometimes. It really just comes down to like how you act upon those thoughts, and if you're able to compartmentalize them, where you're just like, yeah, that's a thought, and I could just leave it as that, instead of holding it so tight to you where it affects like your relationships, your current relationships, and how you show up in the world. So I don't know, what do you guys think? Do you believe in right person, wrong time? Because personally for me, I don't. I feel like thinking that way is going to hold you back, and I feel like if it truly was the right person, well, okay, I'll have to backtrack a bit. I think right person, wrong time can exist if it's tied with the idea of, if you love something, let it go, you know? Because then it's like, if it's not the right time now, and you guys need that time apart, you let them go. But then if life were to turn out where you reconnect again, and it is the right time, then yes, I do believe that it could be right person at the wrong time, only when it's tied to, if you love something, let it go. But if not, and let's just say like you close that chapter, you know, it's actually, I don't know. There's just like so much little intricacies and details to it, but I think overall as a whole, I don't really believe that. I don't believe in right person, wrong time. But I can appreciate being able to go through the feelings of like, what if this, like what life could have looked like with this other person that I could have pursued, but things just didn't work out for whatever reason, you know? I feel like sometimes when things don't work out for you, there's a reason why. And it's really up to you to just trust your gut instinct in that, but also to realize that when other opportunities present themselves to you, that could also be a reason for that. And I don't know, sometimes you just gotta like let go of things, otherwise you're just stuck in this like the worst thing you could do truly is live life being with someone and always having that thought of like, oh, what if, you know? So that's why when you have something so precious and important, I feel like it's so worth to jump into it and try it out until you know that it's not going to work, because you don't want to live your life with regret, right? I don't know, there's just like so many situations and scenarios to this, but I feel like Past Life, beautifully done. I'm very happy with the outcome of the movie, the way they took on certain conversations and exploring all that, the feelings aspect of it, especially when it comes to couples and like the conversations they could have, and done in such a healthy way too. So I truly enjoyed it. It's definitely a movie that makes you think. I would say definitely not for the faint of heart if you are very sensitive right now in your life, where you can be a little triggered when it comes to that. Perhaps like you haven't completely healed or moved on, or you have like certain relationship traumas, then maybe that will put you in a bad place or mindset if you watch it. But I don't know, when I finished watching it, I just felt like, you know, when you're watching a really good anime and then it ends and you just feel so attached to the characters that you have like this feeling of void, and you're just kind of like, shit, what now, you know? But you're happy with the way it ended. That's how I felt. So I don't know, it just felt like so bittersweet watching it, and like you're rooting for certain people, but at the same time, like you just know the fairyland fantasy take on things, that's just not how life is sometimes, you know? So yeah. And if you guys have watched Past Lives, what do you think? Like, what was your takeaway from the movie? I would be so curious to know as well. So my software is stuck at 9:44, but I don't even think I've been talking for 9 minutes. I'm pretty sure it's more. But yeah, those are my thoughts for today. Super curious if you guys have seen it. And thank you guys so much for joining me in yet another video. I'm very excited to talk to you guys tomorrow because my boyfriend and I are watching another movie. So this movie is called Fresh. We haven't finished it yet because he got tired, so we had to take a little pause. But I'm so excited to complete it today. And we'll probably talk about that in tomorrow's video. So very excited about that. But until then, take care, good luck, and have fun. Bye.